towards the beginning of my mission, we got a new mission president, and he was inspired to, transfer missionaries a lot. We had a lot of missionaries where, both missionaries would leave an area and there'd be two new missionaries come to that area. And that would happen very frequently on transfers. So transfers were particularly hectic, and there would be a lot of missionaries in the office at one time. And I remember that was the case. One of my companions and I, we both left our area, and I was getting a new companion, and he and I were both going to a new area we had never been before. And we were really excited, and we thought it would be a lot of fun, and it was a great area. And I remember that day really well. We were in the office helping other missionaries get to their areas, riding the metro with them to their new areas, helping them carry their luggage. And it was probably 3 or 4 o'clock, and we were like, okay, we need to get to our area. And so we packed up all our stuff, and our area was probably an hour away by train, 40 minutes maybe. And so we got all our luggage ready, and we got on the train, and we got on the metro to go to the train, and we got to the train platform, and it was probably 25 minutes from the office. And the missionary that had given me the phone and the keys had not left very much battery on the phone, and so I was a little concerned because I realized I didn't have the keys. I had accidentally left them at the office and all the craziness. So the keys were still at the office, and my phone was about to die, and I tried to call the office because our train was leaving, in 10 minutes, and I tried to call the office, and I was worried, I just didn't know what we were supposed to do. I tried calling the office, and there was no money on the phone. It was like a prepay phone, and so it was really crazy. So we had to go find a machine where you could prepay on your phone and add money to it, and finally did that. And then we were able to call the office, and so there was a member who worked in the office that lived in that area, and so I tried to get a hold of him, and I wasn't able to get a hold of him, but I got a hold of somebody else and told them the situation, and they were like, yeah, we'll try and find your keys and we'll send them with him. You guys could probably go down there, don't worry about it. And I was kind of like, okay. And then my phone died, and so I wasn't able to hear back if they ever found the keys or if they made contact with this brother who lived in our area. And so I was kind of worried. I didn't know what to do. And my companion, he was like, let's just go on the train. And I was like, well, we'll be like an hour and a half away from the office, and then it'll be like probably 7 o'clock. And by the time we could get back to the office, it'd be after 9 because of the train schedules. And so I just didn't want to go, not knowing that we would be able to get into our apartment or not have a place to stay that night. And so I was really worried. He's like, oh, let's just get on. So we got on and we went down there, and we were able to, charge our phone a little bit. We were able to use someone's charger and charge our phone a little bit. And then we got down there and we called them, and luckily they had found the brother and the keys, and they gave him the keys, and he was going to bring him down later that night, but he was working really late that night in the office, and so he didn't really get back in until about 10. And so we had to take all of our luggage to his place, and it was fun. He lived on the 5th floor, and so we carried all our luggage up to the 5th floor and kept it there. And we, didn't have anything else to do, so we just went around contacting people. And, we met this one man, and he was really nice. And he was like, hey, I'd love to hear more about your church and your stories, and, we could go and eat somewhere and talk about it. And we were really hesitant because, we didn't have a ton of money, and eating out was expensive. But, he was really persistent. He wanted to go eat somewhere, and so we did. And it was a lot of fun. My companion and I, just got something really inexpensive, and he got a little bit more expensive stuff. Like he got sparkling water and all this other stuff. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then at the end, he didn't really have enough money to pay, so we had to help him pay. So that was kind of awkward. But he was a really nice guy, and it was just kind of a funny story on my part. And, not having your keys, not being careful, not knowing where your keys are at, and I had forgotten them. But it was a good lesson for me always take care of the little things, because it can make a big difference in your day. But it all worked out. Heavenly Father took care of us, and we got the keys late that night. It was 11 o'clock, and got into our apartment, and it was okay. It wasn't the best situation, but we had a lot of fun, and it was a good area.